What happens when you bring together Flutter's expressive frontend, Serverpod's powerful Dart-based backend, and the global community of ambitious builders? You get magic. This is the official winners announcement of the Build Your Flutter Butler with Serverpod Hackathon, celebrating the release of Serverpod 3. Over the past 2 months, developers from around the world have built AI assistants, automation tools, productivity companions, and entirely new ways to think about what a butler can be. For those new to Serverpod, Serverpod is a Dart-native backend framework designed to make building scalable, production-ready backends for Flutter fast, structured, and fun. It's powerful and built to feel like a natural extension of Flutter on the server. With Serverpod 3 and Serverpod Cloud, deploying full-stack Dart application has never been easier. This hackathon was about exploring that power, and today we celebrate the builders that took it to the next level. Before we begin, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to every single participant. Whether you shipped a polished product or an ambitious prototype, you helped push the Flutter and Serverpod ecosystem forward. And a big thank you to our judges for the time, the thoughtful evaluations, and the care you put into reviewing every submission. It hasn't been an easy task. All right, let's count down the winners. We're starting with the Most Valuable Feedback Award. This award recognizes not just building, but helping shape the future of Serverpod itself. The winner of Most Valuable Feedback, receiving 500 in cash and 500 in Serverpod Cloud credits, goes to Carol Sotomsky for Symptom Scribe. Carol provided detailed, thoughtful feedback on Serverpod and Serverpod Cloud, from infrastructure transparency and database scaling concerns to WebSocket behavior and GDPR considerations. The level of depth, clarity, and constructive insights was extraordinary. This is how ecosystems improve, not just by building on them, but by strengthening them. Thank you, Carol. And now, our top 5. The 5th place winner, receiving 1,500 in Serverpod Cloud credit, is Azad by Anunay Kumar. Azad is a riding butler designed for solo motorcycle riders and group adventures. It automatically detects rides, tracks routes with GPS, logs statistics, and integrates navigation seamlessly. But where it truly shines is in group riding. Using Serverpod's real-time capabilities and WebSockets, Azad enables live location sharing, captain controls, emergency alerts, and instant coordination. It turns a simple ride into a connected experience. A beautifully executed use of real-time backend power. Congratulations!
Hello ladies and gentlemen. This winter I embarked on 4-week solo motorcycle trip across South India. Started with Goa with Royal Enfield's legendary bike festival called Motoverse, and then took coastal roads all the way to Kochi. It was one hell of a trip with scenic roads, incredible people, hidden gems and epic sunsets. Throughout my time on saddle, I felt a need of a riding assistant to log my journey, bookmark unknown places, connect with fellow bikers on the road. I had to cut short my trip to attend Flutter conference where I met Victor. He invited me to build something meaningful as part of a hackathon his company was organizing. I took it as a signal from God and I built a riding assistant I needed. Introducing Azad. Azad means free in Persian because motorcycling means freedom to me. It's a community-driven app made for bikers where you can log, track and share your adventures on bike. You can manually record the exact route you took, the places you stopped by, upload pictures and then share it with fellow riders, or keep it saved privately. You don't want manual tracking? Then turn on the auto ride detection. The app runs in background, automatically logs your journey and notifies you when it's done. Discover routes the other riders took, find that tea shop that remains open at 3 AM or off-roading trail at the edge of the city. Navigate to it seamlessly with Google Maps. But here's where Serverpod's real-time capabilities really shined. Group rides. The problem with riding in groups that you lose track of riders, communication breaks down and emergencies happen. Watch this. 2 phones, 2 riders. Captain creates the ride, invites the crew. Everyone joins instantly. Ride starts. Everyone live location appears on the map with real-time distance tracking. Captain's mark pit stop, instant notification to everyone. Crew member hits SOS button, urgent alert with phone vibration reaches to all riders immediately, showing exactly where the help is needed. Navigate to anyone's location via Google Maps with one tap. This kind of real-time coordination was possible with Serverpod's WebSocket architecture, RPC endpoints, and message channels. Let's talk about some tech now. It's written in Dart frontend and backend. Flutter 3 for UI and Serverpod 3 for backend. WebSocket streaming, RPC style endpoints, PostgreSQL integration, and built-in authentication. Serverpod's code generation kept client and server in sync with no context switching. Because of it, I could ship in record timeline. Also in the stack, I use Firebase for push notification, Resend for sharing verification code over mail, Google Maps for tracking, GPS and activity recognition for intelligent ride detection. I will implement more features like last park location, AI ride summaries, space for biking clubs, and launch it as fully featured product. Until then, keep riding, keep shining.
The fourth place winner, receiving 500 in cash and 1,500 in Serverpod Cloud credit, is Snipper by Michi Yamamoto. Snipper is a content butler for comedians. You upload raw stand-up footage and Snipper analyzes it using AI to detect setup, punchline structures, audience laughter, and viral movements. It scores clips for viral potential, reframes horizontal video into vertical formats, adds dynamic captions, delivers social-ready clips. It removes hours of manual editing and transforms comedy into ready-to-post content. A powerful example of combining AI intelligence with automated backend workflows. Amazing work!
This is Snipper. You drop in a long stand-up set and it finds the clips worth posting. I'm gonna drop in a 5-minute set. This is raw footage. Once it uploads, everything runs in the background. Snipper is watching the set the way a human editor would. Here, Snipper breaks the set into distinct bits. Each clip has a title, a duration, and a score based on how strong the moment is. The captions are generated automatically. If I like this clip, I can export it or schedule it. Here I just pick a date and time. Snipper handles the reminder so I don't forget to post. When the time comes, I get a notification. The clip is ready, the caption is ready. All that's left is posting. Behind the scenes, everything is tracked. Videos, clips, processing status. Snipper turns stand-up into social content without turning comedians into video editors.
The third place winner, receiving $1,000 in cash and 1,500 in Serverpod Cloud credits, is Kodi by Samuel Phillip. Kodi turns your smartphone into a full-stack builder and web automation agent. Built for the 6 billion mobile-first users worldwide, Kodi allows you to chat to generate full-stack applications from database schema to deployed frontend. But it doesn't stop there. Kodi also acts as a browser automation agent, logging into portals, filling forms, scraping data, all streamed to your phone from a Serverpod-powered backend. No laptop required. It reimagines who gets to build software and from where. Bold, visionary, beautifully executed. The second place winner, receiving $3,000 in cash and $2,000 in Serverpod Cloud credits, is Blood Health Tracker by Abhishek Muthiyan. Born from personal experience, Blood Health Tracker helps users upload blood reports, analyze correlations between parameters and medications, detect abnormalities, and generate AI-powered insights. It supports PDF uploads, historical tracking, doctor questions generation, async job processing, and even user-provided API keys. This is a deeply personal technology, turning data into clarity. A meaningful, impactful Flutter Butler. Congratulations on an outstanding achievement.
Hi, this is Abhishek Muthayan. I live with a rare disease which makes my bones very brittle. I am on regular medications and so I take frequent blood tests. It has become tedious for me to correlate different parameters from my blood test report with my medications and existing ailments. I need to gain greater insights from my blood test reports so I can ask informed questions to my doctors. Hence I built Blood Health Tracker. Blood Health Tracker helps me to store and organize my blood test reports, gets me personalized AI-powered insights, and helps me monitor my health markers over time. I create my profile with my age, gender, height, and weight, which are crucial for calculating BMI. I add my Gemini API key. I add my current health condition and medication. I add my first blood test report. Blood Health Tracker's AI automatically extracts the blood parameters from the blood test report and ignores any personally identifiable information. After I save the report, I am presented with the blood parameters. With the help of color schemes, I can easily find health markers which are outside the nominal range. If the report has urine test results, then they are categorized separately. I upload more recent reports. The reports are ordered automatically by date. Now the blood parameter shows historical trend by comparing the same parameter with the previous reports. Now I run the AI analysis on my blood reports to correlate different health markers with my health condition and medications. I get a summary of possible health risks, correlations, and possible medication effects. I get a set of questions based upon my health markers to ask my doctors. There are reputable sources included for further reading. I can download a PDF copy of my blood test report analysis to share it with others. Blood Health Tracker was made possible by Serverpod Framework, Relic Web Server, and Serverpod Cloud.
And now, the winner of the Build Your Flutter Butler with Serverpod Hackathon, receiving $5,000 in cash and $2,500 in Serverpod Cloud credits, is Naggie by Connie Lee. Naggie is an AI accountability partner that doesn't just send reminders, it calls you. Built to support people, including those with ADHD, who need more than passive notifications, Naggie creates tasks through natural chat and schedules real phone calls. When the time comes, it rings. You can snooze, reschedule, or complete tasks through conversation. And for deeper focus sessions, Naggie offers body doubling, staying on a call while you work, helping you stay present and organized. With joyful UX, gamification, and personality customization, Naggie transforms productivity into partnership. This is what a true digital butler feels like. Connie, congratulations on winning first place.
Hey, I have a really bad ADHD, and I basically will forget to eat if people don't remind me. Traditional to-do apps are boring and rigid, and alarms are just too easy to ignore. So my wife built me an app to help, which is called Naggie. Hey, can you make a task for me to take out the trash tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Awesome. Now the difference is Naggie doesn't just add it to a list. Naggie will schedule an actual phone call to bug me.
Hey, this is Naggie calling about take out the trash. Are you on it?
I'm actually really focused on something. Can you just give me 15 minutes?
No problem. I'll call you back in 15 minutes.
Thanks so much. For really complex or boring tasks, I like to co-work with people. In the ADHD community, we call this body doubling. It's basically to support working memory and focus by offloading it to somebody else in the room who's working alongside you. So Naggie will keep track of what I'm working on, break down the tasks, be engaging, and take note of any other details that I might bring up but don't write down.
Hey, how's it going? What are you working on today?
So I need to send this investor memo, and I guess I know this is off topic, but I need to also mow the lawn tomorrow. Can you just keep track of that and then help me break down how to start this memo?
Got it. Mowing the lawn is noted. So for the memo, what's the very first physical thing you need to do?
I don't even know. I'm just kind of stuck, even thinking on it.
No problem. Let's go tiny. How about just opening the memo draft or locating your notes?
Yeah, I've got that open, but I just don't know where to start.
All right, let's pick one piece. Do you have a key point or section that's easiest to outline first?
So Naggie helps me get into work, keeps me company, and catch little details. Sometimes I don't even want to work on something, but I start this body doubling call and I get into the mood. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to this kind of warming up to a task.
Let's talk a bit about the tech stack. It's all Flutter for the front end and Serverpod for the back end, handling everything from the API to the state machine to all the external services that we're using, like Retell for the phone agent, LiveKit for body doubling, OpenAI for the main LLM model, and Postgres for the database. And here's a visual of the core Nag loop. So you can make a task directly in the app, or you can talk to Naggie in the app actually and have it figure out the task to make. Then once you have that schedules a future call, has Retell place the call, listens to the webhook and extracts the intent from the transcript and updates the task. And then Flutter on the front end will be polling to make sure it sees that state change. And here is what we have for body doubling. It's a little bit more complicated because it brings in LiveKit to set up a WebRTC room. There's a customizable personality and a Python agent that can jot down notes for the Scratchpad as you talk. And then when you finish the session, you'll have a summary, a transcript, and all of the Scratchpad items.
So my wife and I have put a lot of effort to design every pixel of this app to make sure that the experience feels good for the ADHD community.
It's been amazing to see everything you've built for the hackathon. To everyone who participated, you experimented, you shipped, you explored the frontier of Flutter and Serverpod. Serverpod 3 is just the beginning, and we can't wait to see what you will build next. Thank you for celebrating this release with us, and until next time, keep building your butters and happy coding!